All right, everyone. So we are only a couple of days away from the release of the newest chapter of Boruto Two Blue Vortex. And as always, we have another page released on the official Naruto website from the upcoming chapter of Boruto Two Blue Vortex. And we are going to be taking a look at it in this video today, and we are going to be discussing it. But before we do, as always, guys, I do have to ask you that if you want to show your support for the channel, you know what to do. Make sure to hit the like button, share this video out there, subscribe if you are new, make sure to ring the bell for notifications, and please guys, comment down below with whatever your thoughts are. Now let's go ahead and discuss this page that we have right here. So if you remember, in chapter 13 of Boruto Two Blue Vortex, towards the end, we saw the creation of a new Thorn Soul, and we knew that we were going to be introduced to a brand new Awakened Shinju, and we do see him in this chapter. So it's not going to be a case where we were teased the birth of a new Awakened Shinju and they were going to make us wait a few chapters before we ended up seeing him, but instead, we see him in the upcoming chapter. And in fact, this is what we see here in this page. We actually get a closer look at the new Awakened Shinju than we did in chapter 13, where we only saw a brief glimpse of him in Kashin Koji's explanation to Boruto of his 10 Directions ability. And it really is the same Shinju that we saw. And just getting a closer look at him, he does look closer to Shinki. Now, I know a lot of people had this theory that it was actually Naruto, but in all honesty, when you think about it, it didn't really make any sense because in order for that to happen, one of the claw grimes has to bite Naruto and turn him into a tree in order for there to be an Awakened Shinju version of him. But since Naruto is still trapped in the Daikokuten dimension, obviously that's just not possible. So it seems like the theory that it's Shinki might actually be more accurate, although again, it could still be someone else. But since this Awakened Shinju does look a lot like Shinki, I think since that's the most obvious answer, that's what it's actually going to end up being. And we do have a translation for this page. Now, it is a fan translation, so there is a chance it's not 100% accurate because a lot of fan translations do get some things incorrect, but we're going to go with it just for this video. Obviously, we're going to have the official translations when the official chapter gets released, but maybe even before that, when the spoilers come out, we might actually get a more accurate translation. And if that's the case, then it is what it is. And obviously, when these spoilers come out, I might make a video on it. Depends on when they come out. If they come out like a day or two before the official chapter gets released, then I might just make a review and I'll just put all my thoughts on there instead of making a spoiler video and then just essentially repeat what I said in the spoiler video in the official review. So again, it depends on when the spoilers do get released, and that'll determine whether or not I actually make a video about it. So according to the translations, it seems like this person's name is Ryu. And there's also another translation with it, which I'm a little bit confused about. Again, I'll probably be a little bit more clear on what's going on when the official, chapter gets released and we get the official translations. But according to the fan translation, his name is Ryu Grain. Now, I don't know, again, if that's 100% accurate, but it seems like it might translate to martial arts, which if that is the case, then that might give us a hint as to what this Awakened Shinju's ability might actually end up being. Since we know that each of the Awakened Shinju are really good at something, especially when it comes to emulating the abilities of the people that they essentially are clones of. Like with Hidari, he can use Sasuke's abilities. With Moegi's Awakened Shinju Matsuri, she can use Moegi's abilities, including Wood Style, which, by the way, for anyone who don't know, Moegi does actually have Wood Style. And obviously with Bug's Awakened Shinju clone, Mamushi, we don't really know the full extent of his abilities because we don't really know what Bug could do. I don't really think Bug could actually do anything because he was just a low-level Kara employee. So it's possible that he didn't have any unique abilities, but again, we could be wrong because we don't really know that much about him. And then obviously there is Jura, who has all of his abilities like flying and insane strength. He can also fire off Bijudamas, which we haven't seen any of the other Awakened Shinju be capable of doing, although maybe they are, we just don't know it yet. But when it comes to this Awakened Shinju's ability, the Shinki Clone, whose name again is apparently Ryu, we might find out later on what his abilities are. And if he has access to Shinki's ability, the ability to control Iron Sand, then that is going to make him a very dangerous opponent, because remember, the Iron Sand jutsu makes a person a very, very dangerous opponent to deal with. The Kazekage who had the ability to use that was known as one of the strongest Kazekages out there, specifically because that ability made him such a dangerous opponent. And if this Awakened Shinju has access to that ability, then they are essentially going to be having a very difficult time actually dealing with this opponent. Now, that's pretty much all I have for this video. Again, we don't really have much, which is kind of the point. You know, they don't want to spoil too much for us. But I am curious to hear your thoughts, guys. Let me know what they are in the comment section down below. And while you're here, guys, please leave a like, share this video out there, subscribe if you are new, and make sure to ring the bell icon, because that way you will be notified whenever I post a new video. And remember, guys, depending on when we get the spoilers for this month's chapter, I might make a video about it. Again, if it comes out, let's say a day before the official chapter gets released, which is on the 21st. I said a couple of days earlier, it's actually about 3 days from now, from when this video is being recorded. So again, depending on when it gets released, I might or might not make a video on these spoiler videos. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about everything that's in the spoilers. I'm going to talk about some of the things that are interesting to me. And obviously, I will cover everything that gets released in the chapter in the official chapter review when that gets released. And the video should be out maybe a day or two after the official chapter gets released. So again, make sure to ring the bell icon. That way you'll be notified, excuse me, when the official chapter review gets released. All right, so I've said everything I wanted to say. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you guys for my official, either my official chapter review or my spoiler review, again, depending on when it comes out. Bye for now.